Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do just a kind of simple, like a smoked wing liner, eyeshadow look. The lashes that I used, however, are like absolutely atrocious. I don't recommend them. They literally are the worst. But I used them. You can see it's like lifting, but yeah, just this really simple like smoked wing eyeshadow liner. And yeah, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so the very first thing I'm going to do is my brows, because I'm going to do my eyeshadow first in case it gets sloppy. So I need to do my brows first before I do my eyeshadow, because I use my brows to kind of like follow the shape for the eyeshadow. So I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in the shade Taupe, and just, if you knew my last video, I was missing half my eyebrow. It is growing back now, so just shaping my eyebrows, you know, getting the base done. And then I'm going to use the NYX Brow Glue. Now, it is an eyebrow gel. It is not a brow glue, even though it's named the Brow Glue, but I love it. I just bought it, and I think it is a really good product. Your brows do not move. Next, I'm going to take my Kylie Cosmetics concealer in the shade Gypsum, and I am going to use this as my eyeshadow primer. I don't use eyeshadow primer. I usually just use concealer. Usually when I do my face concealer, I just kind of blend it onto my eye, but since I don't have my face done yet, we're going to do that. Now I'm going to use my Huda Beauty. This is the original Rose Gold palette, and I'm going to take the shade Bay, and Bay is just going to be my base shade just all over my eyelid. And now I want to show you this blooper. I don't know, that just seemed pretty funny to me. Why not throw it in? So now I'm taking the shade Sandalwood, and if you see how I'm doing it, I'm not really putting it like in the crease. I'm just kind of putting it on the outer corner and just like dragging it out very angled. It's going to look sloppy, but then it's going to look better. As always, trust the process. Now I'm taking the shade right next to it called Henna, and I'm just doing the same exact thing, just kind of straight outward. Next, I'm going to take the shade Cocoa and just doing the same exact thing, just making it darker. It's going to look weird. Just trust the process. Trust the process. Now I'm going to take the shade Sandalwood again and just blend everything out. But this time I am going to put Sandalwood into the crease. So that was my transition shade, just kind of putting it in the crease and just blending and buffing out the other colors. And now I'm going to take the black shade in the palette, which is Black Truffle. Black Truffle, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not taking it so like wide out. I'm trying to keep it very close to my like eyeball. Kind of make it look like winged liner, you know. Now I'm going to take Henna again and just put Henna in the crease, as well as blend it out, blend it and buff it out with the other colors. And I'm going to do the same thing too with the shade Cocoa on the outer corner and in the crease. And then I'm going to take this brush with nothing on it and just, as I just said, blend and buff it out together. Make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I'm just going to go over with the black shade again, make it a little more tight, a little more precise. What am I going to do now? Next, I'm going to take this shade Moon Dust, and that's just going to be my lid shade. I applied it first with a brush, and then I went in with my finger, but I cut that clip because I didn't want it to be a million years long. And then I'm going to take the shade Bay again, and I'm just going to highlight my under the brow bone. I always highlight above and over, but again, since I don't have my face products on, I'm not going to do that. So now I'm going to prime my face. I'm using the Glamglow Glowstarter Illuminating Primer. This is very good if you are light with it. If you apply too much, in my personal experience, it can cause your foundation or tinted moisturizer, whatever you're using, to kind of like break in certain spots. So if you just are easy with it, it will look really nice and you'll have a really nice illuminated look. Now I'm going to use the Morphe 2 Hint Skin Tint. This is the shade Hint of Latte. I love this stuff. I have 2 shades. I think this is really cool. I'm not really sure what it is. I didn't really read into it if it's a tinted moisturizer or more of a foundation. But I think that it just sits beautifully on the skin. I've had no problems with it wearing off. I think it's just really nice, and I really, truly recommend this product to everybody. It's very light on the skin, but it has really nice coverage, so definitely recommend. I also didn't do it on purpose today, but I forgot and I didn't color correct, but my redness is totally concealed, so it's great. So now I'm using my concealer I used earlier and just doing my normal conceal and highlight areas. Again, Kylie concealers are the best concealers ever. I cannot say that enough. Wow, I should have cut this. This is so many minutes of me blending my concealer out. Okay, girl, we get it. All right, now I'm going to use my Covergirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Classic Ivory. First, I take it on this brush on my under eyes and chin because those are the areas I want to be the most concealed and the most perfect looking. Then I take a bigger brush and just kind of generally just dust it all over my face. I tend to use this powder a lot, especially the last couple months. I do have other powders, I promise, but for some reason, I'm very into this powder. So next, I'm going to take this Wet n Wild. This was a duo. This was a highlight and contour duo in the shade Dulche de Leche. But I used to use the highlight as face powder, and I completely used it all. So now in this specific pan, I only have the contour left. And I use that a lot, too, like every day. It's really good, actually, for a Wet n Wild product. Then I am still contouring. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade What Shady Beaches and just bronze my face. Again, Wet n Wild has decent bronzers too, so you should check them out. I don't know if they still make them. I think they do, but yeah, go check them out. Now I'm going to bake with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is a good powder, obviously. Everybody rants and raves about Laura Mercier. So I had to buy it, and it is good. It's worth the hype, so I'm just going to bake my face. Usually I do my eyeshadow while my face bakes, but because I did kind of like reverse today, I'm going to let it bake, and then I'm going to come back when it's done baking. So I just primed my lips with my Colourpop lip balm, and now it's been about 3 minutes, and I'm just wiping my bake off. I hate doing makeup without bake, and I think you just look so perfect with bake on. So now I'm going to do my under eye, and because I'm just a genius, you know, doing this, I got out of focus, but, well, not out of focus, but I stopped picking the palette up. But basically, I put all my crease shades underneath the eye. So first Bay, then Sandalwood, then Henna, then Cocoa, and then the black one, Black Truffle. I don't know if I'm up to that yet, actually. I think no, not yet. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up Black Truffle. And with Black Truffle, I tried to connect it to the upper wing to make it like really nice and like perfect looking. And then I'm going to take the same brush with nothing on it I used earlier and just buff it together and make sure that there's no harsh lines. Everything is smooth. All right, now I'm going to highlight over my brow bone like I always do. Don't ask me why I do this. I just do. It makes my eyebrows look nice. And then I kind of took it on the edge of the wing too and made it more straight. And then I'm going to take my Kylie gel pencil liner in brown, and I just draw like this tiny little wing. I actually do this every day. I draw it, and then I take my finger and I just kind of pull it, and it makes it look really nice, really snatched. Yeah, try that. Cool little trick. Try that. Then I just highlighted my inner corner with Bay and the Moon Dust over it, but I didn't use a mirror, so I just was kind of feeling it there. Don't ask me why, I just did it. Now I'm taking my Kylie blush in the shade Winter Kiss. This is her new formula. I've never tried Winter Kiss before, but I love it. I think it's probably one of her prettiest blushes, if not the prettiest blush. Definitely go get it. I love it. And then I'm going to take this Kylie highlighter. This one is old, her older formula. This is the shade Ice Me Out. It was one of her newer of her older formulas. Like, it was one of her latest launches before she relaunched, so it was definitely more pigmented than her earlier ones. And then I take it on a pencil brush and do my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to apply these lashes off camera. These are the Ardell Aqua lashes in the shade 341. I don't recommend these. In theory, the idea of it is great. I'm going to take my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara and just kind of blend my lashes and fake lashes together. The idea is great, you know, lashes that you stick on with water, but they don't stick. They peel up, they lift, you can't get them down. The band is super thick. I don't like these lashes. you know, really great concept. Now I'm going to take my Kat Von D tattoo liner and just, I have to do this because the band is so thick. I have to line like my inner third of my eye to try to match the band. The band is too thick. The inner corner doesn't stick. They lift. They're just a mess. But I ended up making them look pretty decent from far away, but do not get up close to me. They look atrocious. Now I'm taking the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in Wifey, and this is probably my favorite Huda lipstick. I don't even use a lip liner with it. The color is just so beautiful, and it's just so easy to apply, and that is it. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely, if you do this, do not use those lashes. They are atrocious. They're literally coming up right now. It's better. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.